It's on this Shorty New Year, Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here. Camp Shorty is where you will find family. Our mod Avengers will greet you with glee. At Camp Shorty, you can shine and shine bright, because Shorty Camp Leader is a fucking delight. It's on this Shorty New Year, Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here. Your opinions are valid. You can fly like a bird with the comments and screen. You will always be heard. It's the best chat on YouTube. You can cuss all you want. And here at Camp Shorty, we even say cut. It's on this Shorty New Year, Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here. Let your caps be free, it's so liberating. We stay on topic, although occasionally things get a bit feral, but it's clear to see. It's a lit Shorty New Year, a Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here. Camp Shorty is where you will find family. Our mod Avengers will greet you with glee. At Camp Shorty, you can shine and shine bright, because the Shorty Camp Leader is a fucking delight. It's on this Shorty New Year, Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here.
Hey, shorties. Hey, look, I've got ASAP Rocky just peeking out over the top of me. Hi, good to see you. Oh my goodness. I never get notifications ever. I actually get notifications now. I thought that said I never ever. Hi, Colors. Good to see you. What the fuck? How's it going, girl? Debbie, hi. Taryn, hi. Hi. Who else is here? I saw Gracie before. That's Cheryl with an S. Hi. Gracie said she's got us on her TV and she's moderating for another channel. Hi, Gracie. Thank you for multitasking. Prince Lover's here. Hey. I said hi to Colors. Pokemomo, Shelly, how are you? Buster's here. Poppy's here, panting. Do you know what? Bless. This morning, Standard, Poppy was being like this to me, as always. And I was like, guys, like I was giving them love, but she was just being overly enthusiastic. And Buster was there and he was kind of like giving a little, like he was just grabbing a hold gently. He's such a sweet pea. Gently grabbing a hold of her and like kind of going, hey, just calm down just a little bit. Like she's patting you anyway. You don't need to be like that. Excuse me. Hey, you guys want a treat? Poppy goes, fuck yeah. They're called carob something. Carob dog treats. Carob isn't real chocolate, but dogs can't have chocolate. Pussy. Good kids. Hi. Good to see you. I've just been rocking out with my cock out to Shorty music. Boom. So good. I'm in the best mood. Hello, you big bully. Yes, that's me. Hi. Good to see you. I have two pitties. Oh, I thought you meant bully as in a bully. You mean dog. This Buster, he is Bull Mastiff crossed with American Staffy with Bull Arab. And then Poppy is a English Staffy crossed 50-50. Her mother was a purebred blue Staffy and her father is a purebred black lab. So, yes, sweet babies. Yes, Busters, very much love. Oh, my God. It's how we start every show, right? And Stream Elements is here. Hi. Good to see you, Stream Elements, sir. Yesterday, last night, maybe you needed to do a little bit more, mate, but we'll see. Hi, Moon Goddess. Hello. Beautiful puppas. They are lovely. Puppy, are you lovely? She says, yeah, but I've got tears in my eyes. Why you got tears in your eyes? You crunched on some big bones for breakfast this morning. Oh, don't sneeze at me. That's disgusting. In other news, I haven't worn this vest for ages, and gee, it fits much better now that I've had the last 2 months. Dogs are the best. We spent Christmas together. Yes, I spend all the time with the dogs. Probably not enough time for them. In our Discord, I put a video of what I came home to the other day at the end of just a normal work day. I think it was on Thursday, my time. The dogs had ripped apart both of their beds. There was just stuffing everywhere. Hilarious. I mean, they're very sweet. I don't mind. Whatever. Could be worse. Could be chewing walls, which they've done before. Hi, Kimbers. Good to see you. Oh, and look, you know who else is here? Look at this. Joseph came with a wrench. Joseph, welcome. And Joey, thank you so much. You know you just want to hear this at the strip club. I know, you know, we all know. So let's play it.
Count it 5, 10, yeah, 15, 20, 25, 30, yeah, get the money.
Yeah, get the money. Get the money. Hilarious. Yes, it was hilarious. You saw it, Shelley. Puppy, your claws are really sharp. But you're very lovely. She's always smiling. She's such a happy girl. Sometimes when I'm busying around the house and she's a bit unsure of what I'm doing, because just like what's mum doing, she stands and she kind of watches me with her head down, and I'm like, it's okay, puppy. Hey, she goes, oh, I can be like that again. Sunshine, witch. Oh, witch. Interesting. Cookie Harris, Betty St. Croix. Hippie chick, welcome new members. Joe Radio throwing out the memberships. Yes. Cane Rain, love. Hi, who knew? Good to see you. Nice, Joseph, making it rain. Oh, Scotty McGuinness, good to see you. Hi, Reese, good to see you. Let me see if I can get down to the bottom of this. Taryn, I thought maybe you got swept up by ice. Thank goodness Taryn's okay. They really had fun with the stuffing. They really did, Shelley. And the funny thing is with the beds, like they haven't ripped up a bed for the longest time. Like I used to have to buy them new beds every 3 or 4 weeks before they were disgusting. Like the ones I get them for them are too big to go in the washing machine. Poppy. Oh, she's so lovely. And I was just thinking like a couple of days before that, oh, wow, these beds are just getting pretty ratty now. I might just get them new ones even though they haven't destroyed them. And then they destroyed them. So I've ordered 2 more beds. I got them the more luxury ones this time with little edges so they're not so cold in as it gets cooler months. Okay, bye. Yeah, I really love you. It's really hard to be professional. It's lucky Chat loves the dogs. Jesus fuck. Okay, guys. Okay, bye. Thank you. Down you go. Bye-bye. Go sit down on your bed. Go find an antler. Good boy. Oh, my God. Kimberly Maguire's here. Hi, good to see you. Maiden, UK 007. Is it safe in here? Man, it's the safest place on YouTube. Welcome. Best mods, best chat, best community. Hands down. Always a safe space. Absolutely. We pride ourselves. I use blankets. They would rip up blankets as well. The beds, it's okay. It's okay. It's an investment. Hi, Candy. Good to see you. Not safe if you are a dog bed. Facts. Taryn, missed your face lately. Good to see you. Well, we haven't had much Camp Shorty lately because peasant work shit, right? And then Taryn was out of action last night. Thank goodness she's okay. I never want to push anybody to, if they need some quiet time. Anyway, Taryn's back. Thank God. Hey, Joseph. Is that another one? Joey. Thank you so much, darling. I wonder who else we can expose. Any of the lurkers. Hey, so we've got to catch up on wait.
Count it 5, 10, yeah, 15, 20, 25, 30, yeah, get the money.
It's actually, I like that, given that we're talking about ASAP Rocky and his kind of what seems so far to be a sham trial driven by greed. I only ever see the grey doggy. Well, the other one's smaller. She's a little midget. She'll be down here, but it's in the darkness of the plants around behind me, so you can't see it as well. Her name's Poppy. There's 2 emojis. Oh, you're not a member, but if you become a member, are you? Wait, let me check. No, yes, we have members only emotes for Poppy and Buster, Stephanie SG. Interesting. Hi. Welcome. So, ASAP Rocky, if you missed last night's hi. Hi, Red Metal. Good to see you. If you missed last night's stream, the trial of ASAP Rocky began in Los Angeles yesterday. He, through the week, Rakim Mayers declined a prosecution offer, a plea deal of a very limited sentence. I think 180 days in jail and some community service, something. I can't remember. Brain. We're going to have a look at some commentary from some amazing creators who I suggest we all subscribe to. Let me pull them up. Are there any new channel to me? Wait, let me check. Justice Served. Yes, a great channel with some attorneys and talking about things, not just about this trial. So I'm really looking forward to getting into some more of their content. They, one of their moderators, one of my friends, Missy Mayhem, said we could, and Dizzy said we could, feature their commentary from midweek. So we will do that. But so yesterday we watched the prosecution's opening. The defense opening. If you haven't watched it, I'm going to make a playlist. It was last night, same thumbnail. We quite like the defense attorneys back. There was a lot of thirsty ladies, me included, in the chat. This is a great safe place. So many creators dogs like to be in the shows. Yes, because as soon as you sit down, they go, oh, showtime. Cool. Poppy, there she is. Can you see her? That's her mouth smiling. Oh, hi, Bussy. Guys. Okay. Like, I'm so trying to be professional, man. Buster goes, it's okay. This is very professional. So cute, Shorty. Thank you. Life art. Good to see you. Anyway, I have some grazes on my knuckles here that quite easily could be at least 10 million, at least, given the injuries that the alleged shooting victim of ASAP Rocky has on his hands, claiming that they were due to a firing of a weapon by ASAP Rocky. However, that weapon is actually a starter's gun. He didn't have a proper gun. There was a scuffle, and it's on camera. It's all very suspicious. The alleged victim wanted to sue ASAP Rocky civilly for $30 million for these two, like they're on this part of his knuckles here. Quite bloody, but grazes, not like very Colin Albert yet. Not firearm injuries, particularly not from a starter gun. So he's firing. He wanted to sue civilly for 30 million, and the civil litigants, the attorneys said, you're going to need to have a conviction in a criminal trial for that to hold any weight. So here we are. If convicted, ASAP Rocky can face up to 24 years in prison. However, based on the commentary by these two attorneys that we'll watch a little bit later, that's actually like a hyperbolic maximum sentence, not likely. Regardless, the man didn't shoot a fucking weapon. I mean, he shot a starter weapon, starter gun, shoot a starter? I don't know, something that doesn't shoot actual bullets into the sky as warning shots. You hear the two shots ring out. It's a whole thing. We're going to continue with what we watched, where we finished last night with the like the Young Thug trial. Well, Thug is a RICO trial, and but equally trumped up. No political, you know what I mean? Just and a lot more wild. He has a thick lawyer. Babe, have you got some water and a fan? What the fuck quite likes Joe Topicana? Topic, I can't remember. He's got a name. He's got a very thick back. Anyway, let's pay special attention to the Don't worry, we'll be paying special attention. Let me pull this up on the screen. Excuse me. Thank you all for being here. Oh, one more thing. Our replay crew, thank you for watching on replay. If you're not here live, that's cool. If you would like to watch the live chat replay on your phone or handheld device, Poppy, that was a big yawn. It's easy peasy. Taryn, you typed reply. If you'd like to watch the on live chat replay on your phone or iPad or similar, it's easy peasy. All you need to do is swipe left there. Swipe left on the comment tab, and it will give you the option for live chat instead of doing a comment. That's for any live stream. So that's pretty cool. Starter pistol. Yes. Ready, set, go. Thank you. He has a I can see Taryn in the back room. Thank goodness. Now, present screen. Oh, jibber jabber. I'm talking 16 minutes. That's all right. Someone timestamp that shit. I'm sure someone will. She stops talking rubbish at 16 minutes. No, I'll still talk rubbish. Don't you worry about that. So the young man who is on the witness stand is a law enforcement chap. Wait, where is it? God damn it. I can never do this. Live, trial, this, that. Yeah, that. Apparently he's the son of someone from one of the Real Housewives, right? Pia's here. Hi, Pia. Here. Hi, Anya. I see Anya. I see Danny Thomas. So what's happening here? So here, can you see the guy in the tan-coloured suit? That's Joe Flexback. His name isn't Flexback, but whoo. The judge is great. He's sassy and spicy and says things like, stop it, just stop it, when the prosecution was objecting wildly with mad speaking objections through the defense's opening. It's just crazy. Great. It's going to be an entertaining trial. It's envisioned to go a couple of weeks. So we'll spend all of next weekend on catching up on sort of highlights from the trial through the week. Here we go. So this is God damn it. Oh my God. God damn it, chat. Why am I like this? Nobody knows. I didn't even mean to. I didn't even touch. Wait. Let's go back a bit. Intentional. That was mad intentional. Hi, it's me. Hi, I'm the professional. Yes, it's me. Okay.
Objection to that? Yes.
Did anyone pay any attention at all yesterday to...
All right.
Wait, did anyone pay any attention at all yesterday to the hot cop, or were we too busy being thirsty? Let me see. Hi. Do you know what? Good question. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about that tomorrow night from 6 Eastern. So, yeah, that's where we're going to, that's actually the scheduled live stream for that. So, we'll see you then, huh? Ask me anything then. Thanks for joining, though. Don't forget to hit the like on your way out. Yep, that's it. I mean, I'm not surprised. We're going to get a lot of that tonight. We're going to welcome all sensible questions at the right times. Polite. Think you guys are awesome. Well, that's nice. But how about we stay on topic, huh? Thanks, mate. Let's keep going. So we didn't pay any attention to the hot cop. I mean, we paid a lot of attention to the hot cop, not what he was saying. So here we go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So the prosecutor is...
Now, Sergeant, I have the video.
I don't know. Here's where we're starting.
On the DVD up on my computer, and I have it paused at 2 seconds on video player. I know it's kind of a blurry and out of context image, but if you can, do you recognize this to be your body-worn video captured that night?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going. Thanks for coming. I don't care if you've got a gifted membership, but you're out, so that's nice. Nice try though. Jason is a good friend of mine. He's a good man, and not having it. Okay, so just that. I'm gonna just hide you. No, I'm gonna put you in a timeout. Come back tomorrow. That's cool. There it is. Okay, let's keep going. So anybody that says anything, mods, anybody who says anything about Jason or Aussie, any of that shit, pop them in a timeout for me, please. Just that. Don't disrupt my fucking live stream, you pieces of shit. Okay? Thanks. That's not the mods who are pieces of shit. That's the trolls. Bye. Carry on. Professionals. Boom.
Yes. Correct. All right, I'm gonna actually play the video all the way through, and then I'm gonna ask you some follow-up questions based on the video. Okay. So starting at 2 seconds.
Thank you. Yes. Anya. The prosecutor, John Lewin, was the prosecutor in the Robert Durst trial. Interesting choice. Simi. Hi, Simi. Good to see you. Wait. It's all happening. Buster wants to go to the toilet or something. Joey wants to hear his song or something. Thanks, Joseph. Love you. Let's play it. 5, 20s. Just 1s and 5s.
Count it 5, 10, yeah, 15, 20, 25, 30, yeah, get the money.
So good. So good. Thanks, Joey. Love you. So he's driving, the Blair Witch of it all. We did watch this. Oh my God, he's got hurt his knuckles. Ah! No, not you. The other person. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, that's loud. Who knew? So ASAP Rocky is on trial for assault with a deadly weapon. 2 charges, I think. He declined a prosecution's offer of a plea deal. If convicted, he's facing up to 24 years in prison. The plea deal was something like 180 days in jail, etc. If you watch last night's live, it was 2 hours 50. We watched the prosecution and then the defense opening statements and the first part of this very young, very good-looking law enforcement officer's testimony. And I'll give you all the context. But from what it seems, it's a very trumped up charge, stemming from the alleged victim, who has some scrapes on his knuckles. The photos were shown in the prosecution's opening statements, who wanted to sue Rocky and still is suing Rocky in civil litigation for $30 million. They both came up from Harlem. Rocky ASAP came up a long way. This other guy, Terell Ephron, not so much. And I think saw this as an opportunity to get some 5s and 20s, some 50s, 100s. And the civil lawyers said to him, you haven't got a chance in hell unless you get a criminal conviction on this. So he went, and here we are now, 3 years later. It occurred on the 6th of November, 2021. Hi, Amy. Good to see you. Not attempted murder. Not attempted murder. Just assault with a deadly weapon. Discharge. Something. Even the defense attorney doesn't know. It's ludicrous. It's a sham. Okay. That's all being very loud. So I wasn't paying any attention. You don't need to watch this. Whoa, what's that?
Didn't hear any arguing or fighting leading up to that. No screaming, no tire screeching, anything. And you know, someone, this is Omar.
In the opening statements from the prosecution, we also heard the 911 call that was made by an Aussie. Obviously, cool. I love hearing Aussie accents around the place. Cheryl is here. Don't forget, if you would like to say you're here, but you are just going to be listening and, I don't know, taking the dogs for a walk or doing some cooking, cleaning, whatever, just kicking back on the TV, or on the couch, watching the TV, not on the TV, you can type in !lurk and Stream Elements will say you're here and you might bring back cheese, please. And if you come back, you can type in unlurk or back with the exclamation point and you will be announced back into chat. Ta-da!
Weird street that snakes around behind that club, maybe over there.
Oh, yes. Wait. God damn, totally forgot. We have 2 emotes in the chat. I forgot. My brain. Candy just did it. She used it. There's one with a Band-Aid saying 30 mil because the poor little fella who scraped his knuckles and decided that was worth 15 mil per knuckle. So that's one of the members' emotes. Yes. And the other one is just ASAP Rocky. I didn't want to say free ASAP Rocky because, you know, we're coming into this as jurors, and we don't know yet. Yeah. He is Rihanna's baby daddy. Correct. Yes. Hi, Dave T. Good to see you. So 2 new members only emotes. I swapped out the Free Karen Reid and the Justice for John O'Keefe members only emotes because we're taking a break from all Free Karen Reid content for the foreseeable future. Channel direction shifting. What are we listening to? It's not. It's just too much of my earballs. Actually, we'll just watch. It's loud. Hang on. It's very intrusive. Do we need to watch this? Nah. Oh, wait. Maybe now. God damn it. KK, fine. We'll watch it. Hey, Bussy. I'll turn it up when it gets less. Ah! Hi, Kathy. Kathy's here but lurking. Amazing.
You hear me, Shooter?
True, Prince Lover. I was never a Free Karen Reid channel. I absolutely stand by my support for Karen and for justice for Officer John O'Keefe. There's not much happening at the moment, and there's plenty of channels still covering all things Karen Reid. My channel always was about sharing my experiences in life and a bit of trial watching. So yeah, it's just we came to the end of our We Need to Talk series in terms of what, to my mind, was interesting with with those testimonies. I'm not one to drag out anything. No need to keep, you know, I covered not exclusively, probably 40 to 50% of my content has been free Karen Reed. The other percentage has been psychology, lived experiences, my Let's Talk series, other cases. I've done many interviews. So yeah, I'm just leaving it behind. It's all a bit toxic over there, to be honest, and I'm not interested in that toxicity, not at all. So I'll let them, and I'm going to do my own thing because I always do anyway.
Now that we watched the entire video all the way through, do you recognize, is that an accurate depiction of your activities that night?
Yes, it is.
Adelson trial. Hi, Matt. Good to see you. My new friend on Twitter. Michelle. Me. Hi, me. Look, Ma, no hands. And Michelle's typing. Amazing. How can we be the same person? We're not. Spoiler alert. Ow. Music. Thank you, Joey. Yes, I write a lot of music. I'm writing a song tonight. Fucking itching to do it.
I think you're talking to a fellow officer.
Missy. Yes. Hi.
Yeah, it was only one call too.
No, volume. Wait, shit. Turn it down for the Blair Witch part.
So I was asking another officer who I don't remember it being so long ago, but if they had seen anything, they hadn't. And then the comment about one call, well,
there will
when there's
be
a shooting, especially in a densely populated area, you get more than one person calling, and that's always an indication that you more than likely have a legitimate shooting, because when you get one call, and I dealt with this as recently as of yesterday, and I've been dealing with my whole career. We have people that suffer from mental illness that live in the city, and it's very real for them. And they'll call and say that they heard or saw something, and a lot of times it's a shooting. So one call will come out because it's not actually a real shooting, but to them it is. So they call.
Wait, did you hear
We
that?
keep track of those incidences, and we find out later on who keeps making.
A call will come out because it's not actually a real shooting, but we still go out because we got the call.
Same call. So when we have one call, especially in a densely populated area, it could be somebody suffering from a mental illness, or it could be a prank call, because we do deal with that, false reports of emergencies. When we have a legitimate shooting, and typically you'll have multiple radio calls, multiple people calling in, because you hear the shots, you see the shooting, there's witnesses, right? And then when you get there, you have people coming out, leaning out of the windows, pointing, that sort of things.
So when you say to the fellow officer, yeah, it was only one call, or words to that effect, are you essentially communicating right off the bat? I'm going
to see if I can find photos of the injuries with the knuckles.
Okay. Shortly after that, there's a paragraph between 10 and 14 that starts with all units, shooting just occurred. Can you describe for the jurors what that language is, or where that's coming from?
Sure. So this is actually the second radio call that came out. So the first call prompted our response there, and while we are there, this line here, 10 to 14, is an additional radio call. So now it's 2 radio calls. And so those comments there give a suspect description, a location of a shooting that occurred, clothing description of the suspects, a description of what happened. He fired into an unknown vehicle, unknown victims down, and then last direction of travel there, the last sentence, last seen on Selma towards El Centro.
Would it be fair to say that the first call that came in was not captured on your body-worn camera because of the buffering that you were talking about?
Correct. That call came out before I initiated my code 3 response. You actually see me writing parking tickets. It came out while I was doing that, prior to me activating it.
When you say code 3 response, what does that mean?
Right. Sorry. So code 3 is a designation that we use to denote that we're responding lights and sirens. We call that our code 3 equipment. So.
Okay. Now, you said that second call comes out with information that there are potential suspects on Selma towards El Centro, and it gives a description of the clothing of the suspects, correct?
Correct.
If you need me to go back to the video, I will, but do you recall from watching the video where you were when you received that radio transmission?
I believe I was actually at the intersection of Sunset and El Centro. I'm sorry, Selma and El Centro.
So you're at the location where the call is saying.
All right, chat. Right? If you missed last night, I'm going to. Michelle, I didn't see. You're a funny bitch, mate. Thank you. Oh, I love you so much. Stop it. Fuck, you're a funny cunt. Okay, wait. I found the spot in the trial where I'll show you. Do you want to see the knuckles? The 15 million each knuckles? Hang on. Gosh, wow. Trigger warning. Lol. Trigger warning. Hang on. Where is it? What are we watching? This one. Here we go. I mean, lol. That's the injuries, okay? These are the shooting injuries. These are the shooting injuries. Can you see it? I can't make it bigger. That's what she said. Ouch. Yeah, it does look ouchy. Doesn't look a lot like 15 million each. If you remember, you can pop those members only emotes. Poor darling. 30 million boo-boo. 30 million boo-boo. Looks like a grazed at best. Absolutely, Amy. Wild, huh? I mean, not to make light, but I am going to. Come on now, sir. He didn't even go to the... He looks like he skinned them, right? It's so Colin. How very Colin Albert of you, sir. Shit ton of Band-Aids, right, Matt? We call it the Colin did it, right? Oh, my goodness. You're good, maiden. What's going on? The screen. Me laughing. So ASAP Rocky potentially is facing 24 years in prison for that. Wild, huh? Wild. Missy Mayhem, girl. Wait, let me just do this. You just became a member. Yay! Welcome. She just wants to use the Band-Aid emotes, right? Cool. Yes. Anyway, there he is. Gorgeous man. Let us go back to what we were watching before. So that's what the crime is. That is the crime. Yikes. Colin did it. This one. Yeah, hot cop. Let's keep going. Play. Let's get to that spider bar, motherfucker.
Continued to look out the window and canvas and see if there were those anybody matching that description, those suspects present.
Is it fair to say you did not see anyone?
That's it.
No, I didn't.
Lois, that's it. Yikes. He wanted the special Band-Aids, right, Ellie?
I believe on the recording you say, I'm code 6 at Selma and El Centro. Can you just explain what code 6 means?
Sure. We use these codes for brevity and clarity. It just means this is where I am. So if I say I'm code 6 at Selma and El Centro, that's just
I've got 2 here. I reckon it's 10 million. Easy.
So they know where I am, right? There's officer safety reasons and then letting everybody know that I'm there.
Okay. So take me back to that night. You received first call.
No, Scott.
Selma
Exactly.
and
No way.
Argyle. Second
No way.
call, Selma and El Centro. You happen to be there when you received the second call. You've not seen what is supposed to be described there. First, do you, based on your long work in patrol, do you have any reason why it's possible that that information would come out, but those people wouldn't actually be there at that time?
Maybe a delay in reporting.
Okay. So it's
Right,
possible they were
Maiden,
there earlier,
welcome.
and as it
Welcome
gets
to
filtered through,
Thirst Trap.
they get to you,
We have a
which is,
thirst trap
not
emote
that-
also.
Correct.
And then you, as you're at that intersection, Selma and El Centro, you're not seeing these people. What do you do after
Thank
that?
you, Taryn. Great minds think alike.
Well, that was when I approached the MTA employee who was seated in his bus, the MTA lot.
And what's the point of approaching the MTA employee?
Well, when we get to something as a report of a shooting, we have to do everything we can to determine what happened, if anything, right? When we get there, we have to,
Scott, I believe the offering was 180 days in jail. And I think 7 days, like, community service or similar. We are 180 days jail, 180 days in jail. Correct. Yes. Part 1. Yes, Joseph understands the mission. Maiden last night, there was a whole lot of thirsty women, thirsty bitches, dare I say, me included, over all of it. This is a very easy on the eyes trial so far. We ain't watching no Adam Lally here. Let's just say that. And no Hank Brennan either. Okay, we'll keep going.
We work with what we got, not with what we like, but we work with what we got. So if there's anybody in the area,
This is just like,
go talk to them. Hey, did you hear anything? Did you see anything? There's some people who are reluctant to call the police, but if they're approached when you get there, they may actually provide you some information to work with.
Okay, is it fair to say at that point you were having trouble determining if a crime had even occurred?
That's correct.
apparently that guy, that police
After
officer,
speaking with
is the son of
NTA
someone
employee,
from one of the Housewives
he
of
directed
Beverly
you
Hills, or
generally to the area of
Real
Vista Del
House?
Mar and Selma, correct?
Correct.
And Vista Del Mar is that small street between El Centro and Ardao?
Correct. This one here.
But is it fair to say that even the MTA employee told you he wasn't sure?
I'll make a
if it was
playlist.
Gunshots, he said possible.
Right. We all heard that on the video. He said maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Could have been something.
for
like
these
that.
trials.
Okay. At around that point in the transcript, page 4, around line 14, you're told through the radio, quote, "The PR from incident 4245 does not wish to meet."
Playlist is done. There is now an ASAP Rocky playlist.
Sure. So
Okay.
prior to this, I had actually, and we saw that on the video, I had asked if the PR, which stands for person reported, that can be anybody who calls 911, that's how we refer to the person reported. I asked if they would like to meet. I do this on almost every call because it makes sense to just meet with the person who saw what they saw and decided to call the police. So that's what I was doing there. Incident 4245 is just the last word of the incident number, which is unique to each call, so we can differentiate. what call.
Guys, I don't mute myself.
Were you hoping to receive additional information from the recording? Was that
well.
for the purpose of trying to meet them?
Correct, yes.
And when you're told that that person does not want to meet with you, how does that affect
You
your
are
investigation?
unmuted.
Well, it's tough. I mean, I know there's a big expectation on us when we arrive to just figure it out on our own, but the reality is we need the public's help. We need to meet with people who saw
Thank
what
you,
happened,
Simi. Thank you.
determine they needed to call the police. Other than there are witnesses, there are best means of investigation.
I am a professional, goddammit.
Okay. When you approach the intersection of Vista Del Mar and Selma, so now we're.
How
about
dare
where
you?
this icon is. Where did you go?
So we went to the, as was indicated in the comments of the call, the parking lot next to the stop sign is how it was described. And that was the information we had to work off of. And right here is a stop sign controlling traffic east and west on Selma. And there is a parking lot there, which we saw in the video. So,
I'm gonna stop you, sorry,
Sure.
because when you say right here.
So good,
it,
Pokemomo Shelly. Love it.
identify
So
where
funny.
you're pointing.
sure.
So my recollection, when you said right here, and correct me if I'm wrong, was sort of maybe just above where the icon is, the gun icon?
Correct, northwest corner of Vista Del Mar and Selma, that parking lot there.
Okay, I'm actually gonna switch.
We don't mind the
over
young man with the
to,
stick.
people
Ew, that's Travis.
This photograph.
He's-
Zoom in.
Almost
Same
as
icon is.
young as my daughter.
Just
That's
to orient
disgusting,
us.
Shorty.
Would that be that
Aw,
same
thank
corner
you.
that you're talking about?
I'm not, but thank
I know
you.
Vista Del Mar is not labeled, but.
You'll learn.
Vista Del Mar.
Correct, it would be this parking lot
Okay,
on the northwest corner.
and if it's easier for you to describe where you went on the photograph, would you do that? If you want me to flip back to the map equals 1, just let me know.
But this is fine.
So where did you go after you got to the intersection?
I like his
So
ears.
when I got here to the northwest corner, I exited my vehicle and walked the actual parking lot on the northwest corner.
So are you saying you stopped your patrol car right at that corner?
No, I was
I
in
like the back of his head.
just
What the
north of
fuck?
mid-block.
What the fuck?
Okay, is there any
Lol.
point or reference you can point to?
We have a
where your
lol
car was stopped?
emote
So on
too.
this map, I think a good approximate would be right above the end here on this Hollywood Levon on the map.
Okay.
Andy, you're muted emote.
And after so you drove your patrol car up this street and parked it there, correct?
Correct.
Exactly.
Where did you go after you
Exactly.
got out of your car?
You fit him right here.
To the parking lot here in the northwest corner of Southern Argyle.
On the video, we saw you and your partners interacting with someone holding a skateboard after you got out of your car. To your knowledge, did that person provide any details about the crime?
No, we didn't receive any
He's a
information.
good-looking man.
Okay. On the video, we saw you walking through the parking lot. What was your point in walking through the parking lot?
Well, the comments of the call updated and again directed us to that lot next to the stop sign as it's described. At that point, we're looking for evidence of a shooting. In that specific scenario, vehicles with windshields and windows that are destroyed, flat tires on vehicles, damage to vehicles, impacts from fire.
Shawty, swing my way. Swing it over here, shawty.
Find any victims in the parking lot?
No.
Would you describe the parking lot as nearly full of cars?
Yes.
Towards the end of your video clip, we heard you and your partner addressing someone who was off camera. Do you recall that?
Yes.
If you can describe that person at all, who was that?
Michelle, your
Can't
name is so
recall what he
good. I
looked
love
like,
it.
but I believe he was a resident or somebody that was occupying that apartment there above the parking lot. And I can't recall, but from watching the video, he said he saw two guys, and then the rest he can't hear on video. But
I don't know if we get to
remember
cross
that
today.
He also didn't provide anything. He just didn't have anything to provide us that we can work with in terms of investigation.
So you talked to the MTA employee, you talked to a skateboarder, you talked to a resident that was
Skateboarder.
living there. Fair to say none of them provided you details about this crime.
Correct.
At that point, did you know where, if at all, the shooting had occurred?
No.
Oh, wow. So I've got him on my big screen. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh.
How would you
Well,
categorize the search that you and your partners did of the street of Vista Del Mar, just north of Selma?
Categorize or
Yeah, how would
characterize?
you characterize?
I would say typical of responding to a shooting call. We're looking for victims that are down. We're looking for
with
witnesses
boo-boos
who
on their
can direct
knuckles?
us to suspects or victims who are down. We're looking for damage to vehicles or buildings, impacts, right, from gunfire, those sorts of things.
Would you say that you and your partners searched every inch of that street?
We didn't search every inch of that street.
Hi, Billy.
Okay.
Good to see you.
As you sit here, can you say to a certainty that there was not a fired cartridge case in that street on Vista Del Mar?
I can't say that.
We can say whatever you want, young man. I'm not sure if we get to the cross here. 5:13. 5:13, chat. I'm doing this on purpose. Oh, motion granted. What the fuck? Motion granted. Nobody wants to hear the prosecution. We just want to look and lust after the defense attorney.
I'm going to go up to a certain part, Your Honor.
Again?
I'm going to go up to a certain part. That's part of the break. I think it should take right left one.
Wait.
Well, we have to check this one.
Yeah,
Oh, they're just talking to
I'm not gonna
the.
keep it short for, but.
Okay. Beep beep.
Now we-
Good, how you doing?
Small things. This whole line of questioning about,
Welcome, Matthew.
the possibility that you may have missed something.
Joey.
Questioning the prosecution says about.
Yes, sir.
You're not trained to miss something, you're trained to find it, correct?
I'm gonna slow it down a little. He talks
Now,
fast.
when you say you may have missed something, there were 7 of you guys responding officers at the scene, correct?
Did you say 7?
Yeah.
I don't think it was 7, but
Look,
It was 7.
okay, how many do you think there were?
I think 3 total.
Oh, no. Did you see the video?
I did. I only saw 2 others, including myself. That's 3.
How about Brian Uvidics? You know him?
Back.
Did yes.
Was he there?
I believe so, yeah.
Spoiled
How about
tonight,
John Cook?
ladies.
Yes.
Gerard Sweeney?
Don't recall.
Okay. Steve Lawson?
We're fine with that, Missy.
Also
We are
same.
fine with that.
Rocky Martinez?
Same.
How about Adrian Rodriguez?
Don't remember seeing him.
And Jose Anila?
Quintanilla? No, sir.
Turn your damn phones off.
No.
So there is camp footage of other officers, not just yours, right?
Correct, yeah.
Looks beautiful.
Anyway,
Her hair looks beautiful.
Most are sure you don't know if you missed something, right?
I don't think anybody would know if they missed something, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What was the first time you discussed the possibility that maybe you missed something with
Tricky to do.
prosecutors? What was the first time you discussed that?
I mean, today we reviewed stuff, right?
I don't know. I wasn't there today.
Correct.
But it was the first time you discussed maybe I missed something.
Yeah.
When did this happen?
This was in 2021.
Excuse me.
And what's
I forgot
it
to
now?
put something on the
This is
screen.
2021.
Silly me.
Okay. So, for the first time since 2021, today is the first time you discussed with the prosecutors, oh, I may have missed something.
Correct.
And the first time you
Lol.
met with them, anyone in this case was on Wednesday, right?
No, today is the first time I met with them. Spoke with them on the phone
On Wednesday?
Wednesday, I believe, about scheduling and about appearing
Okay.
to court.
So today's the first time you met with them.
Met with them in person, yes.
And the first time you discussed testimony was today.
Yes.
You didn't discuss it on Wednesday.
No, we discussed scheduling and what the case was about. That's it.
Hi, Lynn. Good to
Take
see
it
you.
really seriously. By the way, let me stop for a second. You were asked.
Thirsting
what you
over
were
both
looking
of them.
for hypothetically
Both
when
colours,
you arrived at the scene of a culprit shooting. You recall that?
Yes.
And you said victims, yes?
Yes.
Damage to property, correct?
Correct.
What about shell casings? You looked at that too?
Sure.
Because you didn't mention
Did you
that. That would be something.
Find any,
right?
sir?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you take your duties as a law enforcement officer seriously, Sergeant?
I do.
And because of that, you make your best effort to perform your duties to the best of your ability.
Correct.
He's
Um,
very good looking.
And you do, in fact,
My.
perform your police functions carefully.
Yes.
And you're a sergeant, right?
Yes.
I mean, very
No.
distinguished position, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, thirsty means we are thirsting. Look at that. There's no such thing as a dirty pause with this young man. I'm just going to leave it there for a little bit. No, thirsty means that we are thirsting after. We have an emote for it. It's a thirst trap. Thirsty. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's what the young folks say, and us old folk too. We be thirsty and all that. Oh, he's gorgeous. I don't want to press play. Anyway.
And you pay attention to detail, don't you?
Yes.
I mean, you get called to a shooting scene.
Hot
That's it,
dog.
flashlights, too, right?
Correct.
Searchlights. You know what you're looking for, right?
Correct.
Wait. Okay.
On November 6, 2021 at 10:27 p.m., you had received a report
Dave.
of shots fired, right?
Correct.
And you responded to the area of Selma and East Delmar.
Correct.
And you were wearing your body cam cameras, I think that was established, right?
Yeah,
You reported that.
They're all thirsty.
Yes.
Yours was nice.
And also,
Hi, Chris. Good to see you.
fellow officers reported video as well.
Correct.
And you in turn reported your fellow officers' activity.
Right.
Oh.
You exited your car on 10:31.
Can't independently recall, but if it shows that on the timestamp, that timestamp's accurate.
Oh,
There's no
chat
reason
is
to lose
gay.
that.
Right,
Love you
okay,
guys.
that's accurate.
Correct.
And your car was parked next to that parking lot on East Delmar.
Yes.
And after exiting your car, you walked southbound on East Delmar
Correct.
towards the stop sign on the corner there, right?
Yes. Yes.
And then you walked into that parking lot with all those cars, right?
Yes, sir.
Cameraman. Oh,
By the way, there was no damage to any of those cars.
oh my
Not that we
God.
saw, no.
You were looking, right? You guys were looking.
Yes, sir.
Doing my Glinda.
And once you were in the parking lot, according to your body cam footage, you walked from one end of it to
Sleep
the
shit, Hanks?
Correct.
No.
other. As you did that, you had your flashlight on.
Sure.
And you saw from your body cam footage, other officers had their flashlights on.
Correct.
Now, at one point, from your body cam footage, you were looking at the windshield of the vehicle with your flashlight, right?
The rear windshield on that red car?
Yeah.
Yes.
You were searching for signs of shooting, right?
Correct.
You didn't find any broken glass.
No.
No damaged cars?
No.
No bullet holes?
No.
You established no showcasing?
Pokemomo, do you want to send the chat into an absolute frenzy of thirst? I can do that. Google Chet Hanks. Googled. Ma'am. I don't know if there's enough thirst trap emotes in the chat for this, but your wish is my command. Is this who we're talking about? How dare you? We don't even like guys like that. I mean, okay. He's okay, I suppose. If I was 30 years younger. What are we doing here? What has this channel degenerated into? I'm fine with it, honestly. I like the hot cop better, gotta be honest. What's this one? Who dat? Chet Hanks. Oh Lord. Bring back Joe. Beer. Same. Ooh, why not? God. Why not? Yes. Missy says yes. Cop is better than that guy. I think so too. I'm not upset. I'm not upset either. What are we doing here? Like literally. Basically what we do now is we perv on. I mean, we need more trials in California, in Los Angeles, because the caliber is a little higher than Massachusetts. Let's be honest. Don't even like guys with ink either. Ew. Yuck. It's going to be a no from me. Not? Lol. Sorry, fellas. We'll get back to the other hot guy on the screen. Yes. Okay. So feel free to go down that rabbit hole, ladies. Yikes. Back to court. Oh my God. Oh. And look, it's Joe. Here you go. What the fuck?
Correct.
I love this.
Correct.
In fact, you didn't find any signs of the shooting, right?
Correct.
Now, you said there have been times you responded
Sorry,
to a
Crimson.
reported shooting.
We're
only
back
to
on track.
find that the person who made the call intentionally lied about it, right?
Right, like the false report of emergency or
Yeah.
somebody suffering from mental illness.
Yes.
Right.
So that would be an intentional lie, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you'd agree that if someone misreports a shooting that never really happened, you wouldn't expect to find any evidence of it when you get there, right?
Right.
Oh.
Now,
Like hands in
your
the
own
pockets
body
too?
cam footage
What the
ended
fuck?
at 22:33:16, meaning 10:33 and 16 seconds, right?
Okay.
But you still remained on the scene after that was turned off, right?
Well, I can't remember, but if I'm turning it off, it's because I've concluded what I need to do and then I'm leaving.
Well, after searching the parking lot, you searched the street as well.
Are you saying after I went into the parking lot, I exited?
Exactly.
I don't remember if I did. I'm going off my body worn.
Okay, well, I'm gonna help refresh your recollection right now, okay? Who was that officer with that name that I mispronounced badly? Brian? You too. Okay.
Kijevix? Yeah.
Okay,
You
Kijevix.
call him Brian.
There's a J, a B, and an X all in there.
I can
Right.
dream.
Okay.
See me? I can
Yeah.
dream.
So, Brian,
Right.
Officer Brian.
Yes.
I want
Right.
to show you the body cam footage that's been marked as defense exhibit. Oh, hey.
Oh,
for
also-
identification.
Well, I think of it better late than never. If you like to use all caps here in Camp Shorty, let your all caps be free, my friends. Caps lock doesn't distract me, doesn't annoy me. I don't think it's yelling. I think it's fantastic. Wait, let's get on a better pause. Oh, that's not a better pause, although. Yeah, so just make sure you turn your caps lock off when you leave the chat, which is not going to be for a while because we've got another live stream after this in an hour. We're going through the FOIA requested documents for Oregon resident Adam Levi Boyd. It's a community service. Should be interesting. Chat should be interesting if the start of tonight's chat was anything to go by.
Is there audio?
There it is. Thank
Yes.
you, Karen.
Do you have a transcript? Shut this down.
We don't need it. There's not the sound. We don't
And I'll
need
be
it.
like Bev swooning on my swivel chair. Oh.
For visual.
What? Defense A. Thank you.
Yes. Wait. Thank you for reminding me. Chat. It's Nick Francis's birthday today, so he's being taken out for his boomer birthday. He's not a boomer. He's like 2 years older than me. Not even a year and a half. Thank you. Yes. So can we all wish Nick a happy birthday in the chat, and I'll put them all up on the screen because he's going to watch the replay for sure. He promised me. So let's say happy birthday, Nick, you old boomer. I'm joking, Nick. You're very youthful. Very, very youthful. Nick was very surprised to learn that thirsting over a man's back is a thing. Sir, it's a thing. Here we go. Okay, I'll press play and I'll pull all of your happy birthday wishes up on the screen. Make sure you always tell us when it's your birthday, particularly if you're turning 69. Nick isn't turning 69 yet.
Now, directing you to 22:35:50, 20 seconds into this video. Hold on 1 second. Is that it? You good there? Yeah. So that's 22:35:50, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks,
And
chat.
that's-
Chat is Bay.
10:35 p.m.
Thank you much. 20 seconds into the video. Do you recognize yourself on?
I do.
Okay. So you did go to the street after parking lot, right?
Yes.
And at
We're
that
all
point, your
69 at
body
heart.
camera is off.
I can't remember if it's on or off. If there's an additional video you want me to watch, but I think, again, this was 4 years ago.
No, I understand. And that's what you talked about for the first time today with the prosecutor, right?
Correct.
All right.
What's that?
Did you see
Not paying any
any
attention at
of
all.
your body cam footage today? We talked about it for the first time, displaying what you're looking at,
My own video?
Yeah.
Yes.
showing that part?
No, not this.
Right. I know you saw your video from before that we all saw, right?
Right.
But you don't see any of your body cam footage showing this, right?
No,
Okay. But that is you, right?
it is, yes.
Whew, it
And that
is.
video truly and accurately reflects your activities during the search of the scene on November 6, 2021,
Something.
correct?
Correct.
You and I both as defense today.
The crime scene?
You already have it marked.
Offering
I'm sorry, what are we
evidence.
doing?
I identified it, now offering the evidence.
It's evidence?
Yes, sir.
Objections?
Evidence would not move something into evidence until the case is
That's
recorded.
true. There could be a motion to admit evidence.
Thank you,
at
Prince
any
Lover.
time, as long as there
Thank
is
God
a,
someone's paying attention. Oh,
foundation
damn it.
and it's relevant and visible. Do you have an objection now as to foundation or relevance?
No, I don't.
Defense A is admitted.
Now, the street shown there, sir, sure. Well, you have a little screen there.
So this is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but thank you.
Very small question.
Sure.
Attack the peter.
It's fine. Okay. Ding, we'll talk continue.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to recess now, sir.
Sure.
So you're gonna come back on Tuesday,
Okay.
10:30 in the morning.
10:30, all right.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
thanks.
What?
Okay.
All right.
No fans. So, by all accounts, according to EDB, oh, whoa, oh, music. Wait. EDB says that Emily D. Baker says that court finishes very promptly in LA, so that they finished very promptly. Look at you, Joey K. Ya wrench ho you. There it is. That's a good song, man. In the shower this morning and getting ready for this, or this morning, me, like nighttime for you. It's 11:05 a.m. here on Sunday. What day is it? I was singing at the top of my lungs, particularly Wrench Hose. It's a banger. Got to say, there's a lot of Miss Shorty music tracks that are underrated. underrated and under-listened to. But I was looking at the numbers of the songs, like the views yesterday, just out of interest, and there's been some songs have come up in the ranks in terms of views. Come At Me Bro is still up there. Hey Massachusetts is the most listened to. Holly, you'll be pleased to know. I think that's probably all Holly listening to that one. So if you're not aware, I have a whole music playlist on my channel called Miss Shorty Music. My lyrics, AI music, AI generated songs. I throw a bit of shade and tell a lot of good stories, I like to think. Excellent song. Playlist is fire. Working on a Spotify playlist, but like Justice, the wheels of Shorty getting shit done works very slowly. Okay, now, ha 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 ha, maybe. I know, girl. And Swimming in the Petty. It's a favorite of yours too, right? Hi, Ms. Rita. CSI Outback. We need to know is that your channel, Rita? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. We need to know your channel link, please, Rita, so we can put it into Stream Elements and share it when you come into chat. Miss Rita is an Aussie friend of the channel in our Discord also. If you haven't joined our Discord, it's an amazing place. It's a really safe place. It's a safe place. If you don't like or don't want to go to the Twitters, not so safe. The Discord, the Miss Shorty Discord, is an amazingly fun, kind, inclusive, supportive, informative. It's a beautiful community. So yeah, it is finally. Yes! Congratulations! I'm proud of you. The Discord is my happy place. There it is. If you would like to join, thank you, Prince Lover, for getting Stream Elements to share that link. That's an invite. If you have a different name in Discord, a different handle than you have on YouTube, all we ask is that when you come into the Discord, you tell us who you are on the tubes, so that we know who you are, so we can put a connection between one person and the other. And trolls and lurkers and spies, you'll be quickly weeded out. However, there's nothing really much to see in there. So if you want to come in and join a really fun community, bunch of amazing people, come on in. We don't discriminate. Excuse me. Wait. Should have played the song first instead of doing that clearing my throat thing. But anyway. Now, Missy, Amber sent me a link to Justice Served, and we're going to play a bit from is this your channel, Ms. Rita? Well organized. Yes, Joey, there are a lot of channels, a lot of topics in the Discord. Yes. Well, I'm so glad to hear that. Rita says, oh, thank you, Miss Shorty. You're so kind. I really couldn't have done this without you and your people in your Discord. They've been my rock since I've been in. That's beautiful. I love that. Thank you. X is my happy place. Michelle, you are wild. I mean, me, I'm wild. Look at Michelle typing. Me, not typing. Amazing. Look, mine, no hands. Okay. Yes. So Justice Served. We're going to play some and subscribe. And I'm looking forward to watching more of their content, Missy. I saw that you're a moderator in there. I see they're an up and coming channel. I love the vibe. So we're going to watch their, we're going to watch their midweek, I believe. Let me check. Sort of 20 or 30-minute discussion. Where is it? God damn it. ASAP Rocky Reigns rejects. That's one. Yes. So, sorry, clear my throat again. So I believe Michael on the left of screen is the host and Bob is a guest, right, Missy? So maybe Taryn or someone, could you all find the link for this channel, Justice Served, and we will drop it into chat. Everyone go and give these amazing folks a subscribe. And I think it's going to be, like, I'm kind of looking for some new stuff to watch. I've binged all of Defense Diaries lately. Aussie Insider's got lots of good stuff coming out, but it's generally shorter form stuff, videos. Amy's got some great lives happening. But I'm looking forward to watching some more of their stuff because they talk about all sorts, talking all things true crime. Love, let's go.
Let's start with ASAP Rocky.
What a cue!
Because somebody with
Fuck
Riz
yeah.
like you, I know you're thinking Rihanna, you're thinking ASAP Rocky. You're in the mix there. So here's what's going on.
God
Which
damn
he's
it.
accused of shooting at, but not hitting his friend, except
Justice
for
served.
knuckles.
There it is.
And then, of course, the
Give him a
Jacqueline
subscribe.
Johnson case. She's a former prosecutor in the Ahmaud Arbery matter, accused of misconduct, kind of given a pass to Gregory McMichael and Travis McMichael, those who were ultimately convicted of killing Ahmaud Arbery. So let's start with ASAP Rocky, because I know how, because somebody with Riz like you, I know you're thinking Rihanna, you're thinking ASAP Rocky, you're in the mix there. So here's what's going on out there, and there's some interesting players. Joe Tacopina, I'm sure, from various events. Is he from Jersey or New York? He's from New York. He's New York. He actually said at some point during the jury selection that he wants to condition people to the way he talks, because he talks, kind of like like a New Yorker, like that.
We'll pop
I'm from
Justice
California.
served
We're not
into
allowed to have
our
any accent.
stream
But
elements.
he is, so he's talking to California jurors in LA, and he, was kind of upfront about, I want to make sure you don't hold that against me.
Yeah, apparently he had the jury laughing, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. And it was good.
I know. I don't want to, just a real quick, jump in there. When I was
Which
reading
is
that,
about
what he
this-
was saying to the jurors about his New York
speed.
accent, this is important, Michael. This is important. The only thing that matters is those jurors.
Slow it
It's
down,
the
sorry.
only
I
thing
watch
that
things on
matters. And
125.
if they like you and you resonate with them, especially from the beginning, if I were the prosecutor, I would have been jumping up, or I would have went to sidebar, because I don't want to sound nasty in front of the jury, and say, Judge, I want this
Amazing.
panel struck. I want
Really?
this panel struck based on that, because he is trying to ingratiate himself with them. It's completely inappropriate. I need to set a tone with a guy like Tacopina that your nonsense is not going to play.
Tacopina.
Well, I wonder how the judge is going to handle that. The judge has been very interesting in the case. I saw a hearing the other day that his name is Judge Mark Arnold. We'll get into some of the details of the comments he made today, because he's borderline inappropriate himself. So in this day and age, so they are working their way through the mix. I mentioned the other night, I think Monday. Yeah, Monday, Linda and I were talking about it because it was on the eve of the jury selection process. And I said that in California, we used to do what we call the 6-pack, where you'd put 12 in the box and then 6 chairs right in front of that. And you would work on those 18 people and whittle away and then bring in others to replace. This judge does only the 12 and works his way through those
Rita,
12.
I
So there's
just
no idea how many
subscribed.
they
I'm
actually
number
have qualified. But they
I thought
brought in, let me
5.
see some of the numbers here. I think
Number
they brought
4
in
or
about
5.
200.
Let's get Ms. Rita up to
And
25
they're asking the
subscribers.
the normal
Push your channel
questions
every
about,
time we go live, Rita.
Rihanna.
We'll get you there, babe.
Do you think whatever you hear in this case about ASAP Rocky, true or false, is going to affect her? And if so, will that affect your decision? Very interesting, collateral issue in this case, to have a big star, and he's a star, but she's a star, to have that a consideration for the jury. Have you ever had to deal with something like that?
Colors. Careful.
Not with the level of stardom that we're talking about, but with the level of notoriety and its impact on people. Yes. And what I mean by that is that, there are times that people are going to have a great level of sympathy or potential emotional volatility with regard to one side or the other based on who they are, their status or their fame or their celebrity. And it's been really fascinating to me to watch, to say, for example, in this particular case, with the fact that he's connected to Rihanna, affect you. How many people will honestly say, yes, it will?
You're right. And gets back to my point about people having to be honest about it. And, that jury selection process is not a comfortable process, for the prospective jurors, because they're being asked to be open and honest about stuff in a room full of folks they don't know, right? So this one lady said, until you mention that,
I can tell you what's
that
in
there
his
might be
shirt.
some impact on Rihanna from what happens in this.
He flashes it. It's the same as the logo on his cap. EMT. It says EMT there, something at the start of the episode. He Bob opens his jacket up and flashes what's on his shirt. Merch. #merch. Joey. Jokes. Kind of. Oh my God. Look, I can't do my own stuff. I have to write music. I'm an artist. God damn it.
This jury, she said.
So apparently
I
it's
never really thought about it, but now that you mentioned,
all white jury, no people of color on the jury. Interesting, huh? I don't know how that's a jury of your peers for ASAP Rocky.
mentioned it, I guess it would affect her. Yes, we'd like to thank and excuse this prospective juror. So, good questioning. That's, that's something that somebody might subconsciously not even think about till they got to deliberations, right?
You know what I found that some judges do?
Thank you, Missy.
It's important
Miss
how
is
the
one of the
judge is
moderators
approaching
for
these
Justice
jurors,
Served.
because the jurors understand that the prosecutor and the defense lawyer are adversaries, and they have a position and a side. The judge is the only person the jurors look to that is a neutral personality to them, and is the person that's got the robes on, sits higher than everybody
In LA,
else,
yep.
and makes rulings when the two sides are arguing with one another. So the judge carries a lot of weight. What I've seen, Michael, in some instances is when that juror, like you just mentioned, says, yes, now you think about it, with Rihanna, that could affect my judgment. I've seen judges do things like this, or I hate prosecutors, or I hate defense lawyers. Are you saying to me that if I told you that you must only guide your decision based on the facts and law in this case, that you would refuse to follow my instructions and be fair and impartial? And you see this like deer in the headlights kind of, oh no, Judge, I could do that. Mr. Bianchi, this juror is acceptable. And you're like, come on. Now you got to use a peremptory challenge on that person.
Vixie also has a channel. Let's all subscribe to Vixie also. If Stream Elements is working, could one of my beautiful mods do a exclamation point Vixie? That's what we do here. Rising seas lift all ships, right? There's no need to tear anybody down. That's all we do is, because all we do is win. Lol.
You got to burn one because this person is they're going to be a follower and
Vix.
probably not in a good way.
Right.
There it is. It's just Vix.
So I mentioned the
Just
Judge Arnold.
Taryn knows.
They've been
Just
concerned
Vix.
from the beginning about whether Rihanna's actually
That's why it
going to
didn't
show
work
up
last
at the
night. God damn it.
trial for obvious reasons, because it would be kind of a spectacle. She doesn't expect to, but the judge said, "Let me know if she does." So instead, today is his mom, Rocky, and of course his real name is Mr. Mayers. But
Listen to this chat. This is wild.
His mom and his sister show up, and they're sitting there in the courtroom. And the judge is asking, really, just who are these people?
Just Vix.
And
Joey?
he's told who they are. And he says, let me get the quote here. He says, Renee Black is the mom. And he says, what were you, 7 when you had him?
Oh,
this is what he says.
I'll rewind that. Ahimsa, we did a live last night. So it's I've got a ASAP Rocky trial playlist, and we're going to be covering this trial in recaps next weekend, because there's 4 days of trial next week, Tuesday through to Friday. And obviously I can't, I have to go to my peasant job because I'm not a proper grifter yet. I'm still learning the whole grift thing. So I to pay my bills, I work in a full-time job Monday through Friday. Well, not this Monday because it's Australia Day here today and the public holidays tomorrow. But we did 2.5, almost 3 hours last night covering the opening statements and the first part of the witness testimony of hot cop. Don't know his name. Oh, Thomas someone. And so yeah, you can read up. There are some links in both the descriptions for this episode and last night's episode of some news articles that give you a bit of a rundown, and a link to Justice Served, a link to this episode of Justice Served. But basically ASAP Rocky is on trial for assault with a weapon, 2 charges, I believe. He declined to take a prosecution's plea offer deal earlier in the week. Names, schmames, we don't care. He is adamant, and based on the injuries incurred to the alleged victim, these little knuckle scrapey boo-boos are worth 15 mil each. Suing for Terell Ephron suing for $30 million civilly, suing ASAP Rocky because of these purported gunshot injuries from a shooter pistol, mind you. It wasn't a real gun. He did fire 2 shots into the air, according to the defense. These are knuckle grazers, very Colin Albert of you, sir. So that's the rundown. But let me stop sharing that. Go back to this. It's wild. It's a sham. And if convicted, ASAP Rocky could face up to 24 years in prison. However, we will get to it with justice served, where that's kind of like the most. It's a hyperbolic. It's the maximum, not likely. Carry on.
To A$AP Rocky's mom, who's sitting there.
Wait.
He's not.
So this is the judge on the record saying how beautifully youthful A$AP's mother looks.
And he says, what were you, 7 when you had him?
Oh,
This is what he says to A$AP Rocky's mom, who's sitting there. He's not done yet. You're very beautiful, the judge told her. That's on the record.
Wow.
Not appropriate.
Yeah, so
okay.
I thought that was
I
a
do
little
love
bit
the judge.
interesting.
That's like I see. That's like, you know, with judges, you kind of, it's like a wine. That's got the smell of the 1978 to 1985 judge. Like, you know, that's a comments that they would be made in the 70s and 80s. Ooh,
Yeah.
wow.
Interesting, right? And so just for the numbers, just so everybody knows, they aren't wondering, she was 26 when she had him. He's 36 now. So what is that math? That 52, 62?
62, I would think.
Sidebar. Speaking of kind of creepy, here's a little story. This is effing hilarious. Yes. So kind of creepy. I have WhatsApp, and that's not what's creepy. No murders being planned. Wendy Adelson, none. And for my work, I have a vehicle, a work vehicle, but it's a rental vehicle. My company has many company-owned vehicles, and I am blessed with a shitty rental one. And it needed some work done on it last week or the week before. And the rental guy gave me his private number and then also said, hey, let's communicate on WhatsApp. And I have a profile picture on my WhatsApp account, which is me looking kind of like this, not how I look at work, which is not like this. And I called him, or he called me. I can't remember. And he said, as soon as I answered or he answered, he goes, I always forget how good looking you are until you call me. And then I see your WhatsApp picture. You'll need to keep calling me so that I can stare at your WhatsApp picture. And I was like, huh. I'm like, I don't look like that right now. Trust me, I look like dog's ass. And he goes, oh, come over here to the factory and we'll scrub you up and get you looking good in no time. I was like, not appropriate, sir. Just screenshot the screen and pop it in your wank bank, mate. That's fucking disgusting. Not cool. Men, do better. Not all men, but creepy men do better.
Yeah, 62.
I wonder what he would say about me. I wonder if he's
People here?
Well, he would probably sense that. There's no doubt
Biffle.
he would sense that.
Good to see
okay.
you. It's like the call of the Biffle. Talk about something a little bit creepy, and Biffle is in the house. When Biffle joins us graces us with his presence, we have a special welcome for Biffle. Let me just find it. Biffle. I sent mine, but the file was too big. Clip it. Interestingly, that's the photo, that's the outfit I'm wearing, and probably even the day that I was wearing that top and those glasses when I took the selfie for my WhatsApp. So that's awkward. I mean, okay.
So let's see, what else
Hi,
did the
Biffle.
judge do? They let's talk about the plea deal. That I want to get your take on this. You know, you're a former prosecutor. You involved in these shenanigans all the time. So on the eve of trial, and there was a reference to this on Monday, the judge even said, hey, I think there's a chance of settlement, which is, I think, a weird term to use in a criminal context, but that's all right. A chance of, resolving this. And Tacopina basically says, well, my client has no interest in that. Obviously, if I'm given some information, if a plea comes my way, I am obligated to share that. Clear Tacopina said he wasn't looking. So comes along the plea, okay? 7 years suspended, 180 in custody, and I think 3 or 5 years probation after that, okay? Now, he's up for a possible 24 years based on the 2 assault charges, okay? Assault with a deadly weapon. I think there's a gun enhancement. So you're presented with that. You get, for your dude, you got 6 months and then, a little bit of monitoring over time, or the possibility of 24 years. That sounds like a tough decision to make.
Yeah, I mean, I heard it actually with the parole eligibility guidelines too. It may be even less than 6 months. So I love that we have this little factoid, and it always used to bother me when we used to work collectively at another location, that we would never find out.
Law and crime? Would that be law and crime?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we talk about it all the time. We use their video quite often. So
Yeah.
Look at
When we
you,
were working
Joey,
at Law
being
and
all
Crime, I used to
wrenchy.
always say to
I'm
the
proud of
producers,
you.
what's the plea offer in the case? Because some of it didn't make any sense to me as to why I was being tried unless there wasn't a plea offer. And I know the producers, they really weren't getting it, like the
Listen,
importance of it, but this
thank you.
illustrates why.
Make sure
So as a
subscribe
trial
to,
lawyer or as a prosecutor,
Justice
even when I'm
Served, by the
thinking,
way.
like, what will the defense want to do here? I understand that the idea of a perfect agreement is where both people hold their nose and they walk away. Okay, so let's use that as so I'm going to give you
Cash
something
cow.
and you're going to give me something.
Yay, new
Now,
members.
a lot of this depends on the strength of the prosecutor's proofs, the ability to prove the case to 12 beyond a reasonable doubt, and the other issues. The prosecutors have the uphill battle, as it should be, because that's what the Constitution tells us. For the defense side, you were sitting there and you're saying to your client, look, if you get convicted, here's the realistic sentencing parameters. Now, just because they say 24
Taryn,
years in prison doesn't
I've
mean
got a
you're
new
that's
gonna
the
get
handle
life.
on
headline.
it.
Yeah, that's the headline.
Yeah. So, I mean, we always get that, right? So there is
Just a year and a half after joining X, I realized, and a year after starting my channel, I realized I could change my my handle. So it's no longer Lisa Allen 75, just because that's silly. On it. Thanks, Taryn. It's now at it's Miss Shorty, same as my YouTube handle, which makes a lot more sense, right? Oh, Britt, hey girl, good to see you. 69 Taryn. But if you search Miss Shorty, you'll still find me on the twits. And I won't be responding to any of the haters anymore though, because that's a waste of my time and energy, isn't it?
Is there mandatory minimum? Is there a period of parole now? I can tell you, like, for example, in New Jersey, if you get nabbed in any kind of gun case, any whatsoever, and you're convicted, you've got an automatic 85% between 5 and 10 years. So let's say it's at the minimum 5 years,
Sure.
85% before you're even eligible for parole. And that's just for having the weapon. That has nothing to do with shooting and aggravated assault,
And they hate
which
harder,
would be
Himza.
consec. So I may be going to a client saying, look, they're offering you 180 days, but here's the thing. And I don't know the state in particular, but
Here
at
is the
least in
thing.
Jersey, before you can plead guilty, and in most places, you have to give a sworn factual basis under oath as to what it is that makes you guilty. It's not a NOLO plea, right? You have to tell the judge truthfully what makes you guilty. And if you have a client that
Let
says
them,
to you,
exactly.
I didn't do this, I'm innocent. For example,
but
in
let
this
them
case, I
emote
understand
also.
the defense is that the quote unquote what they believe to be the weapon was a starter pistol.
Yeah.
We'll
And
tell
it
you
was
in,
therefore does not meet the definition of a
wait.
firearm under the law. Now, if the jury, if you
Twitter can be or X can be, Rita can be a really amazing tool. It can be a great place. It can also be a vile cesspool. It is very possible to curate your feed to only see what you want to want to. So you don't need to see all of the hate unless they're coming at you hard for months, in which case you can still curate it, but it's trickier. Yeah, that fun city, Blobby, no, not Blobby, Michelle Petty, Shorty's Alti Osint Queen Blobby. Oh, Kimberly, yes, welcome. So let me just pause for a minute here. We've got time. Yes. So if you're new to Discord is like, so each like my Discord server is like a filing cabinet, right? Any Discord server is like a filing cabinet. In that filing cabinet, you have drawers. So the categories are drawers. And in each drawer, in each category, you have hashtags or files or subjects, topics. And so we also have an off-topic channel. So each hashtag is called a channel. And basically we have a counting game in there. We have trial, we have result, we have documents. I don't know, we have a whole section of fun shit like beautiful things in nature. I don't know, yum.com, say it like you meme it. Today I learned all sorts of things. It's cool fun, but you can't break anything. The only thing is, Kimberly, you won't be able to do counting. I know, For 7 days. You need to have had an account with Discord for 7 days to count. Hang on, I got a cough. Wait. Dying. Vapes are good for you. So yeah, but ask it. Anybody in pink, you tag people just like you would on anything with an @ symbol. Anybody in pink, we're all mods. Yes, join Twitter and then thoughts and prayers. Yes. Nowhere near as much hate. Odd troll that get blocked and kicked ASAP. Yep. I mean, I'm under no illusions that my Discord doesn't have a mole or two in it, and that's okay because we conduct ourselves the same in public as we do in private. We conduct ourselves with grace and dignity and respect for others, even when the hate is flowing at us or me and us as a community. Let's keep going with these chaps. Justice served. Give them a subscribe.
If your client says, if the prosecutor said, look, I'll give you 1 day.
Very friends.
I'll
yes.
give you 1 day of probation and no jail time if you plead guilty. And the client says, but I didn't do this. You can't take the deal. You are forced to go to trial and run the risk.
I saw you guys.
I don't know what the story is, whether he says it could be one of two.
I saw you two rapid firing it in there. What the fuck? That was cool. Like the one time I've done that was with the subject of our next live stream, Adam Levi Boyd, when he was still very much the catfish that he is and fooling us all. We got it up to 464. Very recently, it got up to 500 and something, 13, 14, and it was about as high as it had been. You'll get a great. So basically, counting is successive numbers taking turns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Don't skip a number. Don't double up. Don't do a wrong number. If you fuck it up, it's no biggie. It just goes back to 1. We've all fucked it. It's fun. Who would have thought? I want to put in a word game onto the Discord, but yikes, me and technology, not so technological.
Things. I didn't do it, so I can't give the factual basis. That's track 1. Or track 2, I did it, and I don't care because they can't prove the case beyond the reasonable doubt. Either way, you're rolling the dice because when I used to counsel clients, or do counsel clients on some hardened cases where, I had a guy with a murder and attempted murder, aggravated assault on a corrections officer, stabbed him in the chest with a pencil, a couple of drug cases, and they went from 20 years
Yay!
to 10
Rita's got her own prompt.
7 to 5
there you go, Rita.
to 3 years in state prison. And I said to the guy, I don't jam pleas down people's throats, Michael, but I said to the guy, you don't want to take the 3?
exception.
Well, look, I'm going to go home and have a bowl of pasta and spaghetti and meatballs one way or the other. You may be spending the rest of your life eating bologna sandwiches. That's your decision. And ultimately, he took the deal. It was the smart decision to make.
Yeah, and the deals. I don't know if you remember the Sarah Boone case. She's the woman who left her boyfriend in the suitcase, ultimately died. Right, she was convicted. We were down there to cover that. She was offered, I think it was, I want to say 5 years. I mean, it was deal. Compared because life in prison was on the table.
Get a word
Guess
game,
what she got? Guilty and life in prison.
But I don't know. I guess as I get older, and even the prosecutor in me, which is what my career is mostly, been known for. It's what we call the trial
both, Rita. I reckon both.
But I wonder how justice is sometimes. You know what I mean? It's like I worked for a judge that used to be really good when I was a young hotshot trial lawyer as a prosecutor, and I was all full of vim and vigor. A guy rejected a plea on an armed robbery case, and it was close to a probationary, so it was a little state prison time, and then a short period of probation, and then he got convicted. And the judge gave him 15 years. And I want the judge to give him 20 years with 10 years of parole eligibility because he went to trial. I look back on that now and I'm like, Bob, it was great that you had that gung-ho spirit and whatever. But was it fair that you were willing to offer the guy this over here? And just because he went to trial and got convicted, then hit a fly with a sledgehammer? And I look back on my career and I'm glad that I had a judge that had more reason than I did.
Interesting to look back at those decisions and kind of reflect on those with your current Riz. That's a factor. So and on the California situation.
Pause. I like that Cheryl said to Joe, nice night, Joe. Congrats on the wrench. Poor Joey. He just didn't want to he didn't want to have a wrench. But I wasn't sure about tonight who we'd have in the chat with mods, because Prince Lover isn't well, or she wasn't well last night. Amber's offered her grandma's 90th birthday bash, and Taryn wasn't well, or was out of the loop. So Joey, I begged Joey, please, can I give you a wrench? I know you don't want a wrench, but please, can I give you a wrench? He was like, it's fine. Maybe you won't like me with a wrench. I'm like, I like you with any accoutrement, Joey. Thank you. And there's one, I don't know, there's something. Me with a wrench, give it to me. Not you, Joseph. Biffle, you're always just getting up to do a wee in the middle of the night in Italy. You can't have a wrench. Wrench forcing, that's assault. It is. Do not give Biffle a wrench. I mean, we gave Zach a wrench. P.S. Zach, where are you? Anyway. We're not giving Biffle a wrench. Biffle has his own bumper. That's enough.
Situation with a plea, they can do a plea, not unlike the YSL defendants.
You're in
did
America
Atlanta,
now,
where there was a
I trust
nolo
nothing
on
you say.
a number of the charges. There was some guilt, but no explanation, no story about
Secrets?
why they felt they were guilty.
Where is Zach?
Yeah, we need to drill down a little bit more. And the other thing I like about Jersey, I don't know if California is the same way, is that
You're an idiot, Zach.
before the trial starts, the judge, or before the trial gets set, the judge has a trial order. I can't imagine this isn't done in
Until
other states.
June.
And in the trial order, it lists all the issues, the motions, the in limine motions, and what the plea offer was. And the judge will be very specific. And you do this as a matter of constitutional protection for the prosecution. Actually, it benefits the prosecutor to say, you do realize that this is what you're facing, and this was the plea offer. Well, I am not trying to tell you what to do or not do. I want you to know by rejecting this plea that the plea will be withdrawn, and you will be at trial now facing these penalties. I wish we knew more of those things, Michael.
Yeah. It helps everybody in the decision-making process, right? So one other thing in this case with Tacopina, he decided to bring a Sixth Amendment motion based on what he believed was an inappropriate jury pool that didn't properly reflect the defendant's race. So the numbers suggest 9% of the folks in the area from which the pool was drawn were African American. 9%, obviously. ASAP Rocky, African American. Only 5% of those in the collected pool were African American. So I'm sure, without getting my magic 8-ball, I'm sure you can tell me what the judge decided on that issue.
No, it doesn't. It
denied.
Yeah,
denied. Yeah, and Tacopina.
It's the process has to be
Tacopina.
such that it's eliminating a juror. The statistics mean nothing unless you can argue the process.
Yeah, I mean, you could end up very possibly with 12 white people on this jury, and it would be perfectly legal.
It's so cool, aren't they?
That's a possibility.
Isn't that the funny thing, though, when you listen to these things and when you listen to challenges, our peremptory challenges that we get to use, where you get a certain number just to knock somebody off for no reason, and you have what they call Gilmore issues, which is named after a Supreme Court decision where they said, well, you can't knock anybody off for race or whatever. So the irony of this is we want to be a colorblind, society, and I understand. I mean, so. But yet, unless there's not enough of one race, then we become uncolorblind. Then we take the colorblind off, and we say, no, you need to do more things that make it more, equitable. That's what some would argue. Others would argue that it's just unfair to say that a group of people within the community,
I don't know why they didn't work.
With a process that's been fair and randomized, cannot judge the guilt or innocence of somebody simply because they have a different race. Interesting.
No, I think you're right. By trying to make it safer and minimize it, you're actually focusing on it.
You're creating it. Yep.
So I get it completely.
15-second cool down. Try
let's
again
see what
now.
else if Joe did anything here. They're hoping to have a jury. I thought they might even have one by today. We haven't been really given some great detail about how many have been impaneled. I was curious too about how many
15-second cool down,
because that's the statute requires a certain number, but the judge can always change that depending on the circumstances. Sometimes multiple defendants, other issues like that. Only one defendant in this case, though. Let's see what else. Anything else in this case that I found interesting at this point?
Wow.
Let's see.
It didn't click for me.
I guess that's about it. I think the most interesting thing in this case is people would look at it, I think, and say, what happened? And we know it was about two friends, former friends.
Been debated.
Altercation occurred. This was November of 2021. And allegedly, the
Yes,
defendant fired
Missy.
his
Thank you.
semi-automatic pistol 3 or 4 times and somehow grazed the knuckles of ASAP Relly,
Joey,
his
step aside,
former
sir.
friend.
Let's
That's the
get to a
case.
joke.
I wonder how many people will look at this case and say, "That's it. You got this trial. This is it. These are the assaults." What do you think about the level of?
Assault. It's not
I'm not
assault.
trying to minimize the violence, but what do you think about the level compared to many other cases that are out there or going to trial?
Let me remind you, chat. Let me remind you. Oh, wait. Stop screen. God damn it. One day I'll get this silliness, this foolishness, to quote Sean on the golf. Lol. Where is it? This one. That's assault. Now there's some boo-boos. Members, you are welcome to drop the 30 mil emote in the chat. That it worked for you, Brit. Huzzah. 15 seconds. What has a bed that you can't sleep in? A river. Yes, Simi, she is the blonde from Spectre's team, right? His only decent attorney. Oof, well that's no, wasn't she? No, I think that I thought she was the yes, Alan Jackson prosecution. Of course. Also on Publicly Buzzed, there are about episode 120 million into that covering that trial in Murder Church. So if you would like to watch Linda Baden and Alan Jackson in action, Publicly Buzzed are covering that trial on Tuesday nights and Sunday nights. That's the boo-boo. Let me go back to Justice Served. We'll continue with the last bit of their coverage or commentary on this pre-beginning of trial. God.
Well, you're talking to a former homicide prosecutor, so the
Yeah,
level of violence.
like knuckles. Come on.
Excuse me, because those knuckles is serious and permanent injury for the rest of his life. I mean, but look, I mean, each state has its different
There it is.
predilections.
Publicly
For example,
Buzzed.
in New Jersey,
Beautiful, Steve.
probably the most restrictive gun state in the United States. I think it very well could be. I'm not being hyperbolic, although I'm prone to that tendency, but I'm not with respect to that particular issue.
Right.
So,
30 mil, man.
you know, the mere possession of a firearm without even having used it unlawfully against another person, the mere possession of the thing is a 3 to 5 year sentence with 85% of parole.
Wild.
I'm sorry, 5 to 10 years with 85% of potential parole eligibility. So the prosecutors would look at it like the mere fact that you're possessing a weapon and you're bringing it out in public and you haven't followed the law with regard to carry permits, so on and so forth, as a serious offense. That's how they'd see it. I could hear prosecutors saying this. I could hear them saying, well, you know, these entertainers,
yeah, but he
and
wasn't
rap
carrying,
figures and people out there, whatever, which
he was
you know, I
carrying
don't
a
know if it's
shooter's
true or
pistol.
not, that are out there carrying
Starter's
weapons
pistol.
pose a significant risk. It's not just about him; it's about other people and other people who have been killed and shot and killed. That's endemic in the industry.
And so we want to send a message. Kind of there's a
Yeah.
little bit of the Fonny factor, I would call it here. You know, where you know there's a target because they think maybe some of these folks, if 1 or 2 acts occur, that everybody's doing it because that's part of the the reputation, the street cred, all these things that they do, and we want to control that. So I'm not trying to minimize. Hey, if the guy had a gun and he fired it in public, he's lucky that nothing worse happened.
Yeah. I mean, and keep in mind, they're offering them a 6-month sentence.
Yeah. So what does that tell you when the prosecution says we'll give you 6 months? Does that mean their case is not that strong?
It could mean that, and it could mean that they look. I mean, I have had a lot of problems with prosecutors, especially publicly elected.
You won't.
Prosecutor. I was appointed by the governor, so it's a little bit different. I think that's a cleaner scenario. But I feel that the prosecutor in this case was not grandstanding for TV and career potential, because they didn't offer a deal that had to be refused, right? So a lot of times these stars are offered things that they have to refuse because you're not getting that worse if you get convicted at trial. And the prosecutors are trying to squeeze out a little bit more time, publicity, fame, and fundraising opportunities. Here, the prosecutor offered something that is a legitimate thing to consider.
Pierre, I don't think. Hi, Pierre. Did I say hi to you? Hello. Good to see you. I don't think that Rihanna and Rocky are actually married, common law marriage. They are partners and baby daddy, baby mommy. but not actually married. Nobody's paying out 30 mil for this bullshit. This is ridiculous.
Consider and could have very well
In my
successfully
opinion.
resolved the case. Again, how strong the proofs are, the evidence are, I don't know. A bullet is a bullet. I mean,
I'll
that's
follow you
usually
back, Rita.
pretty not too difficult to prove. There was a round fired, and that it was fired, and that this guy supposedly, had a weapon. I guess they don't have it with them, so he can make the argument that, oh, I had what you saw. I'm assuming somebody saw. I don't know the facts, but I'm assuming somebody saw something because he's having to argue that it was a starter pistol, and he only uses it as a threat of constructive force, but it really wasn't capable of fire. Well, the jury will have to make a conclusion. There's no direct evidence, but this is what we always talk about with circumstantial evidence. Round fired. Was there an argument? Was there a motive?
Tell us, Reese.
Who had
Tell
what
us.
looked like a gun? This may not be a hard case for prosecutors to prove. I just don't know yet.
Yeah, and there are some photos, but they're kind of disjointed. It's not like a full scene. It's the alleged perp. in a
Colors, I'm
hoodie.
hanging with you.
Can't really recognize him.
I'm
Has
hanging
a
with
gun
you,
of some
fellas.
sort that's also not recognizable. A lot of issues, I think, for the prosecution. But we'll see how it plays out. Oh, I know what I want to ask you about.
Michael,
this.
I'm sorry. Let me just say one thing for your audience to round this out. There's also another factor with this too, and a lot of times with high-profile people that we represent, the mere conviction itself can be a life sentence for a person, right?
Hi, Linda.
So their career,
Hi, Linda
their
Baden.
reputation,
Thank you for
the
watching.
collateral consequences,
We'll be doing lots
the
of
penalties that
covering
go
lots
along
of your
with that,
stuff.
the things you forfeit as a felon.
Rude.
Those things are.
I won't talk over the top of these lovely gentlemen. Sorry, Bob. Linda, welcome. Thank you for watching. Join us in chat sometime if you're ever able to. I get the feeling that we might be utilizing some of Justice Serve's, always with credit, always sharing the link in our chat, because I've only just recently discovered your amazing channel, and I'm really looking forward to watching it personally, just for my own viewing. And we love supporting up and coming channels. See, you've got about 4,000 subscribers. Let me see. 4,107. We'll get you up there. And rising seas lift all ships. So thank you, Linda, for joining. And mad respect to you, madam.
Not easy either for people that have a lot of money, fame, popularity, and success. That can be a play too. Sometimes my high-level clients don't do what may be the more prudent legal course because of those reputational issues.
Okay, so here's another factor that may have nothing to do with it. I don't know. If you're going to do 6 months, probably that would begin almost immediately. He's been named some sort of honorary judge or something at the gala that's coming up, the Met Gala. That's going to be in May. And then he's got a big movie coming out with Denzel Washington. So both of those those would have occurred within the 6 months. I don't know if that's a factor or not, but he would have been otherwise occupied and couldn't handle those duties.
Well, who knows? Who knows how many more of those? Who knows if those opportunities don't evaporate with the conviction? And who knows if future opportunities? Look what happened with just the mere allegations of impropriety with Johnny Depp. I mean, these things have serious repercussions on their future. So I think there's more of that at play than the time.
Yeah, and again, if he didn't do it, he's going to fight about it. So here's the one thing I wanted to ask you, because I added a new member to the prosecution team, John.
Pausing for a moment to say, Linda Barden says, love to be watching. Thank you. We are young but committed. We at Justice Serve TV had the bombshell scoop that Takapina was going to allege a 30 million extortion plot. So we will keep you all in the loop as we can. Amazing. It seems to be rather money driven, right? Goodness gracious. What the scoop? That's an amazing scoop. You are boots on the ground there in LA, I presume. So fantastic. Yes. So good that you could join us. Thank you, Linda. Amazing. Royalty. Attorney royalty. Wow.
Lewin. Now, you and I were both at Law and Crime when the Durst case played out in dramatic, I don't know how many months it was. Was it like a 3-month trial? Something like that. And so, yeah, he's the guy. Now, here's what I found interesting. We watched the hearing when he made his first appearance. He's officially he's second chair officially. And folks, I think, know that means he's not the lead attorney. He's the assistant attorney, basically. He's there, fill in maybe on certain witnesses. But do you anticipate John Lewin being a second chair in terms of the way he acts in court, the way he participates with various?
Missy and Linda, I will do my watching. I know what my binge watch list is now. Justice served, and I won't make any of those faux pas in future. Baden and New York City. Yikes.
Witnesses, I don't see it.
Do you remember the quote of Maya Angelou that it's not what you say, it's not what you do, it's how you make me feel, or make them feel?
Yeah.
I think John Lewin is the person I'm thinking about during the Robert Durst. He was the lead prosecutor.
Oh yeah. He had Durst. I think he did 4 days.
I remember.
Is Lewin the one who did the opening statements? I didn't. I personally, Linda, didn't love the lack of kind of chronological continuity. He's not the best storyteller, not as engaging as Tapakina. What the fuck? He got me on that. We'll see. I'm interested to see how this all plays out. Very interested. Chat, what do you think about the prosecutor, Lewin?
Being on set and anchoring.
Oh, there you go.
Throwing out,
See?
which I've never done before. And please, I know this sounds so obnoxious.
God damn it, Missy. Thank God you're here, Missy.
That I felt I'll go one notch below him. I threw out a lifeline that if he wanted to learn, I don't care how many years you've been there, how to properly prosecute a case, I'm always available by phone. Okay. You need to calm.
Linda, we've been just calling him Joe Flex back because he has quite the admirable back expanse. His V taper is very conducive to thirsty ladies in the chat. His attorneying seems rather brilliant also, but he's not too hard on the eyes, is he? Tacopina. Got it.
Down. I mean, that was one of the I could be completely wrong, but I felt that was one of the. I was surprised that he got a case like Durst. I was like, is that the best the office has to give?
Well, and remember, he was involved in the interrogation when they arrested him. He was in the room.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the room too. I mean, I don't have a problem with that, but I just think that his whole prosecutorial modality, his dripping sarcasm, arrogance, refusal to let people answer questions, bombast. I don't know what other shitty words I could say. Excuse me, for those of you out there. The fact that another prosecutorial agency actually thought of all the prosecutors that we have witnessed that are unbelievable.
Another couple of minutes left of this.
From. Number one, I ran the prosecutor's office. I would never, ever, I would have to hang up my prosecutor. This is my EMT hat. Let's see, it said prosecutor on it. I'd have to hang that bad boy up. If I had to go to an outside source, and I didn't have the talent in my own agency, or I myself
very bigly Linda
to get a conviction on a case like this, you're not talking about sophisticated science or any need for that. So I would completely demoralize my staff by doing something like that. Oh my gosh. Just that mere fact that you're telling me or tells me already this prosecution's amateur hour.
Well, we'll see how he does in this particular case where, this weird thing happened at the hearing the other day. Tell me if you've had this experience. The judge, of course, is saying, look, one witness, one attorney. I don't want, whack-a-mole, attorneys popping up and down dealing with a given witness. Normal. That's very normal. Lewin decides, well, what if I am examining the witness and then during the cross-examination, co-counsel does the objecting?
Right.
Yeah. So he won't object to the witnesses he is examining when they're on cross-examination. And they'll do it that way. He's identified. So it won't be two of us, Judge. It'll be just the other guy. That's weird.
It is weird, but not shocking. I think I'm going to start a new phrase in the law. We're going to call it the Lewin. Making an issue out of something that there's not one. It's the Lewin. Okay. I mean, this is what I'm saying.
Oof,
you'll wear a judge down eventually. That will never annoy you. If you remember, there was a lot of tension between him and the judge in the Durst case. And eventually a judge is going to snap back with something like that because they got to maintain control of that courtroom again. This is, I'm not going to lie to you. Michael, I'm in shock to hear this. I'm in shock that another prosecutorial agency actually watched the Durst trial and said, that's the kind of guy I need here.
Well, look what happened. And this is somewhat related, but the Karen Reed case,
Oh, the cliffhanger I'm going to leave you all on, chat. I'm just looking at the time, and there's only a couple more minutes left related to ASAP Rocky's trial. They do speak a little bit about Karen Reid, and I think he said something about Lally, and now Lally being second chair, and that's a little bit awkward for Lally. Strongly agree. I'll allow it. So we have a redirect set for the next stream. Thank you, Taryn, for doing that. I think buckle up might apply to both the portal and the stream itself. Linda, thank you so much for joining us. I'd love you to come and join in the next one. We're going to be exposing an Oregon-based sexual predator of minors, someone that had infiltrated our community and my life, to be honest. Just recently received 2 days ago, received the FOIA'd requested documents, and we will be going. Pausing. Linda says we will be at Reed Thursday for the Friday hearing. Live, Michael Bryant on the scene. Oh my God. Justice Served is my new favorite channel. Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing with us, Linda, and thank you for being here. Lally needs to be in a chair outside. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, can't get away from free Karen Reid. Right. There it is. Re-exposing. Yes. What? Yes. Yes. Come join us. It's going to be an interesting chat. I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of mods. We have got a lot of mods. Amazing. Love you, mods. Thank you for everything you do for me here and in life as my friends. I appreciate you all very, very much. Thank you, chat. Absolutely, Linda. Thank you. This is very much solved. But the risk still lingers for Oregon residents and their children and surrounding states. Anyway, stick around, chat. We're going to portal to the next one. I'm just going to go to the bathroom quickly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the gifted memberships, new members. Missy, thank you for joining us. Thank you for inviting Linda to come join us. Yay. Love you, shorties. Let's fucking go. Let's do it.
It's on the Shorty New Year, Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here. Camp Shorty is where you will find family. Our mod Avengers will greet you with glee. At Camp Shorty, you can shine and shine bright, because the Shorty camp leader is a fucking delight. Shorty, we're so glad you're here. Your opinions are valid. You can fly like a bird with your comments and scream. You will always be heard. It's the best chat on YouTube. You can cuss all you want. And here at Camp Shorty, we even say cut. It's on this Shorty New Year. Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here. Let your all caps be free. It's so liberating. We stay on topic, although occasionally things get a bit feral, but it's clear to see. It's a lit Shorty New Year. A Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty, we're so glad you're here. Camp Shorty is where you will find family. Our mod Avengers will greet you with glee. At Camp Shorty, you can shine and shine bright, because the Shorty camp leader is a